I never thought I would be the girl telling this kind of story. You know, the kind where you find out that the two people you trusted most in the world were stabbing you in the back the entire time. But here I am. And if you're listening, maybe you'll learn something from my mistake. It started on a Friday night. Jake and I had a tradition. We always had dinner at this cozy little Italian place on 8th Street at the end of every month. Lorenzo, the owner, knew us by name. He would greet me with a kiss on the cheek and always slip us an extra basket of breadsticks. It was our thing. That night, though, Jake cancelled last minute. He sent a text super casual. "Hey, something came up. Rain check." I remember staring at my phone, feeling this weird tightness in my stomach. Because Jake doesn't cancel. Jake is the kind of guy who plans things out weeks in advance. He's predictable, reliable. So for him to cancel last minute, called him. He didn't pick up. I told myself it was fine, that I was being paranoid. So instead of sitting at home overthinking, I called Emma. Emma, my best friend since childhood. The one person who had been with me through everything. Bad breakups, family drama, late night study sessions. My person. She picked up on the first ring. "Come over," she said. I just opened a bottle of wine. So I went. She lived in this gorgeous downtown apartment. All modern furniture and floor-to-ceiling windows. She was always effortlessly cool like that. The kind of girl who could wear sweatpants and still look like she belonged in a Vogue photo shoot. I remember sitting on her couch, wine glass in hand, and telling her, "Jake cancelled on me." And Emma hesitated, just for a second, just long enough that I noticed. Then she took a sip of wine and shrugged. Weird. Maybe he got stuck at work. I nodded, forcing myself to believe her, believe him, believe everything was fine. And then 2 days later I saw them. I was walking past this little cafe on 5th Avenue when I spotted them through the window. Jake and Emma, sitting close, heads tilted toward each other, whispering, laughing. She reached out and touched his arm in this intimate, casual way, and he let her. And my stomach dropped. I stood there, frozen on the sidewalk, watching the two people I loved most in the world betray me in real time. And then Emma looked up. Her eyes met mine, and for a split second, something flickered across her face. Guilt, maybe, or panic. But then, just as quickly, she smiled. She smiled. Like she hadn't just been caught. Like she had already won. That night, I waited for Jake at his apartment. I didn't text him. I didn't call. I just sat there waiting. Midnight. The door opened. "Hey babe, were you with Emma?" The way he froze. That split second of hesitation. That was all I needed. No, he said way too quickly. And I just stared at him, letting the silence stretch, letting him sweat. "Okay, fine," he sighed. "Yeah, I saw her today. She needed advice about something. You know how dramatic she can be." That was the moment I knew. Not just about that day, but about everything. About the lies, the moments I had ignored, the times I had felt that gut instinct and brushed it off. A week later, I was at Emma's apartment for another wine night. And I told myself I was crazy, that I was making things up, that I was ruining my own relationship by overthinking. And then Emma's phone buzzed. It was a text from Jake. "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you." I think in that moment my heart actually stopped beating. I looked at her. She grabbed her phone, locking the screen. Too late. "Oh my God," I whispered. "You've been sleeping with him." She didn't deny it. Didn't even try. She just looked at me. And then she smiled. "He was never yours, Lily." And that was it. That was the moment something inside me broke. I wish I could say I walked away gracefully, that I held my head high and moved on. But I didn't. I spent weeks drowning in the pain, in the humiliation, in the unbearable weight of knowing I had trusted the wrong people. But eventually, something shifted. I wasn't going to be the girl who got destroyed. I was going to be the girl who destroyed them. So I did. I sent every single text Jake had ever sent Emma to his mother. I hacked into Emma's Instagram and posted a confession, right there on her feed for all 15,000 of her followers to see. Yes, I slept with my best friend's boyfriend. Yes, I'm a snake. No, I don't feel bad. And the best part, I made sure Jake caught Emma with another guy. Because snakes don't change, and she betrayed him just like she betrayed me. Emma lost half her friends and most of her followers. Jake lost his job after his boss saw the texts. Turns out, cheating on your girlfriend during work hours isn't a great look. And me, I walked away. Not just from them, but from the version of me that let people walk all over her. Because when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And never let a snake bite you twice.